however long the tape is. We'll stop when the tape stops. Hey everyone, welcome to the special edition of Chat with Sandy and Karen. I'm Karen Jackson and my co-host is
Sandy Bansell.
And I am speaking to you from Central Texas. And Sandy will tell you a little bit about where she is and what she would like to say. Go ahead, Sandy.
Yes, so I'm in Gothenburg in Sweden, and I'm excited to be part of this special edition. It's a 6-month anniversary. We've had so much fun, or I've had so much fun
Yes.
meeting so many people that have inspired me, motivated me, given me ideas as well for my work, either professionally or personally. So
Yes, absolutely. I agree. The best part about this is that we just get to hang out with such cool people.
yeah, definitely.
So, go ahead.
And we learn their secrets.
Yes, yes. And hopefully we'll just keep getting better and better and better, because that's what educators do, is they share their secrets.
Yeah.
So the plan for today's episode is we have saved some very special clips from a few of the previous episodes. We've had 26 full episodes so far. I can't believe it. Every weekend we've been recording. So for approximately half a year, we've been doing this. And so we put together a few clips that spoke to us. So it does not represent the whole of our experience with the podcast, but it does show some of the fun points and the silly moments, and our imperfections are all out there.
But it has been so, I don't know, fun. I mean,
yeah,
we're not really putting our bloopers out there yet.
no. I'm not confident enough to do that. I barely even acknowledge my own. So I'm still in denial, but we'll get there. We'll get there. So what do you say we play a clip and then talk about it? Or do you want to talk first and then play? What do you want to do?
Yeah, well, let's play the clip.
Okay. But if you feel like you need to set something up, go ahead. Okay.
Okay.
Just let me know. So what I'm going to do, say again?
Introduce who we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay. But I didn't make note of which episode. I think Philomena was the second one we did. She was our first real guest.
Oh, yeah, she was our first one. She was our, she was our trial.
Yeah. Yes. We were just learning how to get everything all working. And she was such a trooper and so enthusiastic. So then we'll come back in and we'll talk. All right. So here we go. So what do you recommend to women who wear many hats? As you know, well, you may not know, in the United States, there is kind of a movement to understand ourselves and have self-care and not be too stressed. But you've just named 3 or 4 life fulfilling tasks and jobs and influence and so many things that are so important. And I would imagine you have a family.
Yes.
So how do you balance that with so many very, very important and lovely, beautiful goals? How do you do it? What's your tips?
It's difficult. It's not so easy, because I have 2 kids. I have a husband, maybe somewhere. I don't know where. But the secret is that they help me so much. I try to do everything I could with them, like when I'm filming or doing something for video tutorial or other things, they are always with me, so I could stay with them, also helping to the homework or the other things. But I had a hard day, very hard day, because I have during the academy maybe all the days with meet, homework, and things to do. Sometimes they feel my absence, so I start to plan. I start the Academy of Google helped me through this project. Plan your life. I have so many ideas in my mind. I am a volcano. My friends call me okay the dad from Tasmania, and but yeah, but you have to stop at one moment and plan what are your primary object in your life, or what primary goals in your life, and start to plan how much time you have to dedicate for each things. And so when you stop and organize your life, maybe you put away some things that you are not involved to, because sometimes we say yes to everything or to anyone. Could you help me? Oh yes. But sometimes you have to say no, I have other things to do. Sorry for this, but I have other things to do. I start this and I receive time for my family in exchange.
Nice. That's beautiful. That's one. And do you take time for yourself? What do you do to keep yourself healthy?
No, nothing. I know.
Don't tell me you exercise and eat
I
right.
am not healthy at the moment right now. No. No, I like a movie and I like listen to music. So in this planning, I reserve a time for a movie with my family or with my husband.
Oh, yes. That was so cool.
Oh, she's so funny, isn't she? She's just.
She is. I love when she said, I am a volcano and my friends tell me to slow down, the Tasmanian devil. And I understand exactly, because there are all kinds of ideas that we could go running with,
Yeah. But she did give a good pointer, is when you're, especially during the pandemic, when everyone needs help, we help. We don't say no, but we need to learn to say no.
Yeah, to keep yourself healthy.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay, next step. Check. That was our first guest. All right, and so who do we have next?
Oh, someone very special. Someone who's very close to me.
Oh, okay.
It's you.
Oh, that's right. Okay. See, I don't have the order. I don't have the order written down anywhere. All right. So I'm going to play. There's going to be a nice long dead space. So note to self, don't put such nice long dead space in here. Was this our Halloween episode?
This was it was a fun episode. I loved your hat.
Oh, yes. And yours too. We looked very dashing. We almost had a hat an episode. We're live, Sandy.
Hey, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween to you as well. Although it's a little early for me to celebrate. It's 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah. It's for us it's coming up to 4:30 in the evening. Here it's getting dark, so I think everyone's getting ready for celebrations.
Yes. Good. Okay, so how is it usually celebrated in your neighborhood? You were telling me a little bit about it earlier, but what do you usually do in your neighborhood?
It's really different here to the UK. In the UK, you just knock on people's doors. Here it's a little bit different. You leave a candle. So usually someone will say, oh, we're going to celebrate Halloween on this date. And then they'll say, if you want to take part, have a lit candle outside your doorstep. And then we know we can knock on your door. If there is no candle, we know that you're not taking part, which is absolutely fine.
Wow. So what if the candle blows out? This bothers me. If the candle is there but not lit, is that still okay?
I think, I mean, in my street, there are some amazing like people that have different projections going on outside their house and stuff. So I think you get to know which house is a house of horrors and which one isn't.
Oh. Oh, that's great.
That was so funny. Thanks, Karen. Live podcast, and you just put me in there.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Yeah, I didn't, but that was one of the examples of the random questions that pop into my brain, that at random times. And unfortunately, I voiced that.
Yes.
Oh gosh.
Like trying to look for an answer. Yeah, what happens? I didn't even think of
that. Knock, knock, knock. Hey, I noticed your candle's out, or maybe you still want me to come over.
What I thought about next year.
Oh yeah?
No, this year, this Halloween.
Yeah.
I'm going to put those LED candles out there.
Oh, brilliant. There you go. That's great. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
They will not blow out unless a battery dies. Someone walks off with them.
Yeah, then what can you do,
Yeah.
It's always something. Okay, so our next episode that we're going to talk about, and these are not chronological necessarily. Who do we have?
Mr. G.
Yes.
Fun guy.
Yeah.
Dedicated.
Yes.
Passionate educator.
Right.
And
and creative and very encouraging too. I felt very encouraged after we got finished talking with him. Yeah. So are we ready? Okay. So I'm pushing play. Here we go.
Okay.
There'll be a little bit of a dead space again. So yes. Don't put a long lead in, Karen, next time.
No, but he's a role model for his little girls. I think that was very nice.
Yeah, that was what impressed us.
And then me and Karen were on TED Talks. We were doing a masterclass together, and then we just came up with an idea. And now I think this is our follow-up from the Innovators project, that we are now podcasting, not just, I mean, the thing is, what do women do? They have coffee. What do? They chat about everything, anything and everything. And that's what we're doing. But what we like to do is have a chat, not just about women and celebrate women. We want to do it about men too, because I think together we collaborate and we do so many good things together. And that's what we're trying to do, just chat and drink coffee and talk.
Yep. Coffee sounds good.
Cheers. Time to sip.
To continue on your conversation there, I have two little girls, a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, and they are the world to me. I want to show them that they should have a future without limitations. And as a computer teacher, one of my idols or heroes, if you want, is Ada Lovelace. So, and if you know who she is.
Yeah, I'm actually a computer teacher. I live in Sweden. And that's where I was teaching languages, because I was teaching English. But technically, I have been teaching computer science for 20 years.
That's awesome.
And this is what we're trying to do, is get those little girls to make the choice if they want to do science or not, but it's their choice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that is so cool that you mentioned your children. That's what it's all about. That's why we're here. And that's, as educators, it's important that we can, we'll model all the time. Like everything we do, we need to remember that our children are watching us, whether they're our biological children or not. I mean, our students are watching us, and we can encourage them every minute. So I appreciate you mentioning that.
Yes, and I mean that's pretty much where my innovator project came from. Is I thought about they're gonna grow up, and I want to make sure that they go the correct path. So what can I tell them? What advice can I give them?
When I'm filming
Oops, pause.
So we can't just have enough of Philomena, right?
That's right. Oh, wow. That's good. Excellent.
Yes, I feel bad now listening back to that, actually. You mentioned Ina Lovelace. You know who she is? And I'm talking about myself. Sorry, Carlos.
Well, it's one of those things we learned. Remember, just like when we were talking to Fonz, he said, you learn things along the way, and we learned a lot. And that episode, I learned not to sit in the dark when you're doing a podcast or a live stream, because it was very dark wherever I was. I didn't have my spot yet. So yeah, I learned that.
Karen, I'm looking back at some of those videos and I'm like, you could have told me my hair needed combing.
I didn't know you as well. That now hey, girlfriend, go comb your hair. Now I can tell you that. I couldn't tell you that then. You were new, and I wanted to keep a co-host. So.
Oh, I thought we knew each other from 17. Sweet 17.
Yes. But still, you kind of got to.
You can tell me anything.
Oh, thank you. Now I think I'm going to let you tell us about the next one, because I think somehow I fast forwarded or rewound and started at the beginning. So I'm going to be right back. Okay.
Okay. So the next person is famous for his barbecue Sundays.
Doing something for video.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
No, it's good. Philomena's in again. It's multitasking.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, okay. All right. So yeah.
Lewis. We have Lewis next.
Yeah.
I remember him because he has this trend of barbecue Sunday. And a couple of weeks ago, we finally had double digits in Gothenburg, and we did a barbecue. So it was like, hey, Lewis, I've got my barbecue on a Sunday. But I did have a coat on and I was wrapped up, but I didn't really show him that bit. And I remember him being the one who loves wearing socks.
Okay, there we go. Whoa. Okay, here we go. Yeah, somehow I did that. So now instead of sharing my screen, I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to do this. Why not? Why not? So let me get that tab. And here is Lewis Hope. Play. Rats. Nope. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah, so what else do we remember?
Oh, wait, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, he's back.
Can you hear?
No.
Great.
Hey, I love technology. I think it's so good. And yes, we are doing a blooper right now.
Yes, we are so bloopering. But
yep.
oh my gosh. Okay. So this I will definitely edit out in the final production. Stop cam, but you couldn't hear it at all?
No.
Oh, let's see.
But yeah. But this is what we do, right? We are tech teachers, tech educators, and we're just saying, hey, it goes wrong with everyone.
That's right. The thing is, wait. Oh, I can fast forward on the screen. Hey, I just learned something about StreamYard. I can actually drive it on the screen. That is so cool. Okay, so here we go. We're going to finish. We'll play the last part of Mr. G and then jump right into Luis.
Mr. G.
They're going to grow up, and I want to make sure that they go the correct path. So what can I tell them? What advice can I give them?
Excellent. He's talking about his daughters there, in case they didn't know. Luis, we've been doing some research and learning about you as far as being an innovator. What was your cohort?
I was New York City 19. We got minted in late October of 2019. It was so much fun. It's an unforgettable experience. I'm also a trainer, and I'm working on having the whole Google certified everything. So I'm working on coach, but it's taking a while.
Oh, well, let's discuss that a little.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I was telling Sandy that I listened for like a day and a half because I have this little extension that reads websites to me because I'm an audio learner, and day and a half, and I thought, oh man, I'm doing pretty good. I'm pretty pumped about this. I was like in that part, halfway through the second part, you know. So that's like
it is a lot, and then when you start getting quizzed, it's one of those things that I say, I know I read this, but it's not sticking, so I have to go back and read again. It has been, and then that plus work, plus COVID, plus being at home, that's not happening. Yeah.
It's like a master's degree. It's the stuff I studied when I got my master's. It's it's serious. It's great content, but wow, it's serious.
But having the commitment of having to apply it. It's not just because nothing against master's degrees. I have two, but it's stuff that you do learn it. You do the coursework, but then if you apply it or not, it depends on what you need. So yeah, I know you do get the learning. But not necessarily, you don't apply it every day.
Right. Follow up. So how's your coursework going, Sandy?
Oh, mine. You don't want to hear about mine. I will bore this podcast completely. I'm working on a master's in education, and my module this month is policies and politics.
Oof.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
that
going
sounds
on.
fun.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
I know our listeners can't see this, but look at my reading.
Fun. Thrills
Lots
by
of
the
reading.
minute.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I was just, it's hard because I think, like you said, Karen isn't a geography teacher. Karen's very business, marketing,
Yeah.
that kind of person. So
Yeah, I don't want to get into the messy stuff.
but otherwise, Lois, tell us of something about barbecue Sundays then.
Ooh, barbecue Sunday. Curiously enough, I've got stuff in the fridge right now for tomorrow. Barbecue Sundays is I live in an apartment on a 9th floor, so barbecue Sundays are weird in my house for other people because I have a Weber grill and I put it in the balcony, which fortunately I have a balcony, and then I grill on my balcony, and it got to the point where my neighbors, the whole building, they decided that they wanted to close off the balconies because they weren't using them. And I said, no, you can close off any balcony you want except mine. And no, but the look of the building has to be uniform. I don't care. I'm not going to grill in my living room. I want to grill on my balcony. So you leave my balcony alone. But it's going to look so different. Then don't do it. If you don't want it, don't do it. I was the holdout. Other people did it. Not my problem. But I adore grilling, and ever since we've been locked in our homes, well, it's really helped to do something different on the weekends to like mark the weekend a bit. So I try and do barbecues at least once a weekend. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes I'll do it more than once. And it became sort of like on Twitter we sort of started comparing, and it became like a discussion on food, and then we started comparing. When we started grilling, we'd start taking pictures of the whole process.
But you've just named.
You got Philomena again. Wow, Karen, you put me in the spotlight again.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I've got to be ready for any of your questions to me now.
Yes. Oh, that's great. Oh, barbecue Sundays. That's pretty cool.
But how clever. It's like, I know maybe it's just me. I'm meeting so many clever people now. There's you.
Oh,
And then and Lewis, 2 masters. And then we've had someone who's working on their doctoral as well. It's like amazing.
Yeah. This is really a great opportunity to just visit with people and you just have a chat and see maybe the human side and maybe not the public relation side of people, or the human side of using tech or educational technology, things that they're excited about, things that they're working on. That's what I love about this. I don't think I'll ever get tired of this. I think you're stuck with me.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Okay, so here we go. Let's try it again. I think I've got it queued up, right?
Okay, so the next one?
Next one is May, right?
Yeah. Oh, she was so super cool. She told us so much stuff. Wasn't that one of our biggest bloopers?
Yes. And that's where I learned my biggest lesson. Click the blue button where it says record or go live.
Yeah. No, but for us, for me as well. She was so fun to talk to.
Yes. And so approachable.
Yeah.
That's what I loved about her is that she was relaxed in herself, and she's that way with all the trainers too as well. She's kind of like our mother hen. I the way I look at her is she corrals us and tells us what's coming up and what we need to fix, and she's not a boss, but she's really just an encourager, kind of like a coach, I guess.
Yeah, no, definitely she's out looking out for all of us out there. I think
Yeah,
been so inspiring, and she's kept the community together.
right. Yes, over 6,000 people.
Yeah, amazing woman.
Significant. Okay, here we go. Let's play. Is it playing? Hello?
I don't
There we go. Okay, coming up.
We're testing our audience.
Yes. Pause for
School.
reflection.
I think there's something that, well, data shows we lose kids. We lose girls in the sciences, just all science. And that has always puzzled me. So I think that anything we can do, like modeling non-traditional careers, or just showing how fun it is, or showing how there are models of successful women doing what really makes them feel good, what they're passionate about, and learning and science. And it really makes me happy to see that so much more. And I think that it's a feeling that we didn't really know that we had, and I think they're just girls that aren't realizing that these things are that are open to them, perhaps.
Yeah. I think it is role models. It really is. It's like I was talking to someone yesterday, and they said, if you put a picture of Steve Jobs and you've got, 50 kids, 50 people in a room, educators, they all know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
But put Grace Hopper's picture up,
Mm-hmm.
no one will know. So it's not in the curriculum. It's not known. So I think it comes from, I don't know. It has to be embedded into the curriculum. I think that's what the government, I think, needs to change. They need to change the curriculum.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. And I ran into this type of issue as well, just when I was teaching. And I feel like, the students, depending on how they grew up and where they grew up, some of them have been raised in a very narrow-minded type of family. And so it's really, they spend 8 hours a day at the school, and it's up to the teacher to kind of infuse that into the curriculum, like you said, Sandy. And I feel like, even on a government level or statewide or countrywide level, that's super hard to enforce, and it takes a ton of time to change. So it's up to educators, I feel, in the classrooms to not depend on that change and not wait for that, but kind of what you both are saying, and, step up as role models. And if you want to teach about Grace Hopper instead of Steve Jobs, like, you should do it, and you should educate your students in that way. So I think you both hit the nail on the head. Yeah,
so hopefully we'll get more girls listening, and we'll inspire them. Karen, we'll bring the force.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Cool.
Wow. Oh my God. I'm thinking too big, right?
No,
Bring it.
Well, the beginnings, to me, the beginnings are always small, but that's how you get movement started. There's a lot of small steps and small beginnings, and that's how we move forward. So, yay, that was cool. Awesome.
So little changes then becomes the big change.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, and also, as another guest said, we're planting seeds. So in our little changes, we're planting the seeds of change, the seeds of growth and encouragement for girls and humans, basically humans everywhere, I think. Okay. How many more do we have, or who's next?
Right, so for this podcast, we've got one more, because we are running out of time.
Yes.
We have Christina.
Yes.
Now, I remember Christina, if anyone was watching us live or on YouTube, could see what we saw in her or her background, not necessarily on the podcast.
Yeah.
She had an amazing background.
It's beautiful.
Until it fell.
Yeah. Yeah. That was some real life right there.
Yeah.
But you know, and then when she was guest on, we were in the midst of COVID, and everyone was trying to find their way and trying to find what works, and she just flowed right on through it. That's what amazed me about her, is that she just got after it and almost embraced it. You know, I mean, I want her on my team when the world falls apart. Okay. Did you say again? I'm sorry, I talked over you.
No, I said with space.
Yeah, right. Okay, so playing. Okay. And here she was talking about planning, right? And getting organized during a pandemic, trying to be a teacher. Yes. Sandy, what were you going to ask?
No, I was just going to say something following what you said, Karen. So you have been, Christina, named as the school librarian of the year, which means you're really organized. Librarians are.
Well, this one isn't. I tried to be, but in my library, I had a makerspace. So I tend to get a little messy sometimes, and I'm a big hyperlink. My head, as soon as I must have like adult ADD, because as soon as I'm like, oh, squirrel, that's another idea, and I have Post-it notes all over the place because I have all these ideas that I need to organize. So I need to be organized. I need organization, but the books were organized for the kids. The makerspace supplies were labeled, but don't look in my back room. Don't look at my workspace, my desk, which was full of papers and everything. My space reflected my brain. So yeah, don't look at that part.
No, but I personally think if I'm very scatty with everything, I'm more likely to find everything. Whereas if it's organized, I can't find it.
Or I'll find something. I'm like, oh, wow, I was pretty smart putting it over there. I'd never have thought to put that there, but I did. Look at that. I surprise myself sometimes.
I tried to get organized, but I had too many folders that were due now. I had like nine hair on fire things I had to do, and then you got to triage somewhere.
Exactly. Oh, to do, and it sits there for like months. Oh, I guess I do need to do that.
Or maybe it wasn't as important as we thought at the time. That's the skill. I think the decision making is the skill. If I could bequeath a gift to every educator, it would be, how do you make that decision? What deserves your 2-minute attention? That can be something that can be done in 2 minutes, and then it's done.
Right. And I'm always playing the game of, all right, I'll plow through this work, and then I'll reward myself with that email, or I'll plow through, and then I'm like, as I'm working, I'm like, oh, but that email's calling me, but that Twitter chat's calling me, and I'm like, okay, forget this, I'll go there. and it's hard because I'm trying to model that for my kids, and especially my oldest one is in 6th grade, and I'm trying to model it for him, and he's me, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know how to help you because I am you. Like yesterday, he kept getting up late at night, and he's like, can I go to the bathroom? Can I get a drink? Can I do this? Can I do that? And I'm like, it's me. I would never go to bed. I don't go to bed, and I'm just up, and it's me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm trying to mentor someone like me that I need mentoring for. I'm like, oh no.
Well, that was wonderful.
Wow, yeah. So Karen, then listening to Christina,
Yes.
Do you look at your kids and say, oh my God?
Yes. Yes. I actually have physically apologized to them. I see them do something, I'll say, I've actually done that or wanted to do that or felt like doing that. I am so sorry. I'm sorry I gave that to you, son, or I'm sorry I gave that to you, daughter. Oh,
But,
yeah. Mm. How about you?
yeah. I think I see my son a lot, but I don't tell him.
Oh.
When he tries to play me, I'm
Mm.
like, hey, Jai, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So just stop right there.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, I went straight to the apology because there's not anything we can do. We're all sensitive. We're all emotional. We're all thought that we think too much before we act sometimes. So
Yeah.
interesting. But that's good. I'm so thankful for them. I mean, I wouldn't be the person I am without them. So yeah, it works both ways, I guess.
No, definitely. Well, what a fun 6 months we have had. And we're going to have more. I mean, we've only shown some, but if we take a clip from every person that's been on the show, we could go on for hours.
Right. That would be too much.
They've all been so inspiring and motivating, and I've had so much fun with everyone.
Oh, yeah. It has been marvelous. It really has. And I'm just thankful that people are coming along with us and listening, and enjoying it too. And we're not going to focus on numbers. That's some other good advice we got. But just keep doing what we're doing. And I appreciate you, Ms. Bansal.
I appreciate you too. So hopefully we'll have some exciting news in a couple of weeks. And also we will be having another 6-month anniversary later on in the year to sum up probably a yearly everyone's been on.
I think that'd be great. And that way, if people can't tune in all the time regularly, they can listen to the summaries or the highlight reel.
Yeah. That'd be brilliant.
All right.
Well,
you're gonna
go. Well, like always, we end with saying thank you to our guests for being on the show. But you know what, Karen? Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate that you wake up so early in the morning to be, so we can get this podcast working. So it's been amazing, an amazing 6-month journey for me. I've learned from you big time. I've learned from others, and it's helping me to grow that confidence in me. I get it from this. So thank you.
You are so welcome.
Thank you to all our listeners that have been part of this project. And, I think I can speak for both of us. We appreciate everyone. So carry on listening to us. We're at ChatWSK1 on Twitter. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram. You can find us on most social medias, YouTube. Yes. And you can also follow us on Anchor, on Spotify, and
Apple.
Oh, yes.
Yep. Yes. All right. It's been fabulous. Thank you, dear. Have a great day.
You too.
Here's to the next 6 months.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.